Alright guys, so this is the first video on this channel. As you can see. This is a commentary heavy focused channel. There's going to be some gameplay of a game that I'm playing in the background, but besides that, I'm just going to be talking about random things. This is what the channel is going to be about, so just random things. Of course, today is going to be more generalized. Most videos are going to be generalized, but all the topics are going to be random. Basically, just what's going on, what I find interesting, what I want to talk about, stuff like that. So, motivation. Sorry. Also, this is not going to be edited at all, so I'm going to say a lot of uhs, some buts, some like, all those, what do they call those? I forgot. It starts with an O. Not, whatever. Motivation for this channel came from a YouTuber by the name of Nico. So I'll put a little screen capture of his channel. I watched some of his videos. I actively watch his videos. They're pretty calming to watch sometimes. So I thought I would give it a shot and do commentaries. Kind of not even talking about the game, but just having the game in the background and then talking about random things. So yeah, a little bit more about me before I dive into the topic that I'm going to be talking about. I, as you can tell, play a lot of video games. I really love computers. I love the graphical side of things. I like how computers can look realistic, stuff like that. A lot of the software side, maybe a little bit of the hardware side of computers. I like software way more. It's easier to understand for me rather than coming from a hardware perspective where the hardware somehow initializes some software components in order to work with the computer itself, which I find intriguing. That a piece of plastic with a little bit of metal inside can somehow transmit electricity to the computer in order to store data or to uh, transmit pixels onto a flat screen, which is a monitor. Like, that part of technology intrigues me. But that's a little bit about me. I like games, I like computers, I like music, I like sports, I like a lot of things. So that's a lot of stuff, a lot of the things that I might talk about. So, but today I'm going to be talking about why Christmas is not the same as it used to be, or at least how it feels. So, of course, uh, a lot of us know that, or even experience that Christmas is just not the same anymore. And that's probably just an age thing, um, obviously. And why I believe, one reason why I think it's an age thing um, is because um, every Christmas my family comes over, and there's the younger members of my family who have that joy that I used to have. So, looking at it from that perspective, from where I see it now, it's almost like a discovery aspect. Like, oh, Christmas is where everyone comes together. I get to open presents. I get to destroy things, especially from a boy's perspective. Like, opening gifts and ripping the wrapping paper off the presents and stuff definitely is a motivator. Probably excites most people. Um, but there's a difference when you grow up. It's not the same anymore. There's a lot of different things that are on your mind. A lot of it's not discovery anymore. You've already done it 1,000 times. So your focus from opening gifts changes. Christmas isn't just about that anymore. It's more about other things, like whether it's sports, whether it's being with family, whether it's eating a bunch of food, whatever it is. There's a shift of focus, I think, when it comes to the view of what Christmas is. Um, as a young kid, you think of it as, oh, what am I gonna get this year for Christmas and stuff like that. But as I'm getting older, I kind of that focus is kind of diminishing. Of course, there's things I want, but if I were to not get those things, I think Christmas would be just fine. Obviously, like there's other things to be looking forward to for Christmas, like everyone coming over, having food, watching sports, watching TV, watching whatever, or playing board games. Like I really love board games. Like I just discovered there's online play with Uno on Steam, so that's pretty fun. Um, I'm not very good at the strategy for Uno though. There's a strategy with Uno too. It's kind of crazy. But speaking of board games, just like the aspect of forgetting about what is outside of Christmas, which is life, like because Christmas, the week of Christmas, kind of like you kind of have a break from everything else, but also it's just a place to forget about whatever is going on around you and kind of just take a step back out of that lens of hyper focus of like, oh, I need to get this done, I need to get this done, but instead stepping into a focus of like I can just be present with the people that I love the most and be comfortable, relax, do whatever appeases me. Or is that a word? Appeases? I don't know. Anyway, whatever makes me feel good. Whether it's watching TV, whatever. Like I said, just something, a break from the busyness. And I think that's innately where that shift of focus happened for me. Like I had more responsibility um, now than I did when I was a kid. That's probably a part of it, I would assume. Um, because when you don't have any of that, there's no stress. It's just be there, be present, be energetic, be happy, whatever. Um, but then when that responsibility kicks in, there's a little bit of like expectation, and there might be a little bit of stress, anxiety, whatever. Um, I don't necessarily have that, but I would understand it that some would. Um, so I guess that kind of ties into how Christmas is different, because it's no longer just, oh yay, no school, Christmas presents, video games. It's like I still like presents, no school, and video games, but that's not my whole focus. It's a break from the hustle of school, of classes. Right now I'm in, well, my computer just went in rest mode. Sorry. um, but oh, I lost my train of thought. Um, right now I'm in uh college, so I still have that sense of, oh yeah, I need a break from school. Like this is a lot. So I still have that aspect. I still like playing video games with my friends during the break. A lot of them have more free time during the break, so we can play more games and stuff like that. And then also, I like presents. They're fun to just be put a bunch of stuff on a list and then be surprised at what you get and stuff like that. I think that part of it's fun. It's a surprise. I like surprises. Sometimes, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. Depends on what it is. Um, but it's not just about those three things. It's also about having that break um, from the. You still have responsibility, but since so many of those events are held off, and they're like, you don't have. Some people don't have work. Some people don't have school. Some people don't have certain events because of, weather or whatever. It's just a break to sit back and not have to worry about the responsibilities of those things. and kind of just have a breather. Like right now, I just had a breather. um, but kind of just that simple aspect, simple look at it. You know, like you just have a place to relax, and seeing it as a place of relaxation rather than just as a kid's perspective. Oh, I get presents. You know, that's different. That's probably where it differs. There's an aspect of maturity in there. Of course, that comes with the responsibility aspect as well. But that that's that. That's you know that's that's my perspective on it, on how I think Christmas has changed, or how Christmas isn't the same anymore. And I definitely think that has to do with age, and it has more to do it has more to do with other things than just age. But that's one of the, like, if you have if you don't really have that much going on the outside, Christmas is just another day. You know, if your family's all together all the time, stuff like that, or if there's just so many different things. But I definitely think age has a lot to do with it. Growing up, maturity, stuff like that. Um, and that's kind of a lead reason why, um, Christmas isn't the same. Um, but there's a lot that goes into it. Then again, some people might see Christmas as the same thing. Gifts still. But for me, I still see it that way. Don't get me wrong. I still see it that way. Like, gifts are awesome, but I don't feel like that's the main focus anymore for me. Obviously, there's other things going on. I wouldn't just focus on those things. Um, it's fun to get stuff, but then again, I think it's more. I don't know if I would say fun, but more refreshing to just have a break and be with the people that you love and kind of just take a chill pill. For me, that chill pill requires some football being on the TV sometimes. Just some sort of action. I'm definitely action focused. So it doesn't have to be football. Like, I watch WWE, and that's highly active or action based content. Like, there's people hitting each other with chairs, people going through tables, people jumping off of ladders. Like, that's action. That's adrenaline rush. That's what football and like action sports like that are. Um, like, I don't just like football. Sometimes I like basketball. I like wrestling. Um, I like college basketball is really fun to watch. Because there's not as much personality there. There's more of just people playing to play and be good at the game. There's not a lot of personality. At least in the last few years. Maybe in the last few years, I know for football, there's been a lot of personality based stuff, which I don't really like where that's going with college football. There's a lot of personality based. But anyway, action based, that relaxes me somehow. Like, just seeing action movies, when, you know, high pace, high risk stuff. I don't know. Just a lot of stuff. But just having that step back, relax. And football is one of those things for me. I love watching football. Like, yeah, it's just it's something. It's something. But that I don't know if I can really go any longer. I think that's about it. Yeah. So again, for me, Christmas is not the same, of course, but I don't think it's changing. I think it's me changing rather. Um, it's still the same thing, and I still love Christmas, but it's a little different. It's a little different. It's a little different. Um, yeah. Besides that, um, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. This should be posted before Christmas, so It might be posted like hours after I'm even talking and speaking right now. So we'll see what happens. But that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.